change the world.
This is Where You Live with Gene and Tony. We're broadcasting from the Concierge Landscape Studios, and we're brought to you by Extreme Exteriors. Now it's time for a message from the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association. This MHA Minute is brought to you by Pest Control Services. When you need an exterminator, you want someone reliable and effective. Give Greg Keener a call at Pest Control Services, 952-894-9748. Pest Control Services is a proud member of the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association. That's Pest Control Services, 952-894-9748. And tell Greg that you heard it here on Where You Live.
Did you know that the members of the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association, or MHA, provide over a quarter of the state's housing? That's housing for more than 1 million residents. The members of MHA agree to abide by a professional code of ethics, and they know that happy residents are key to a successful business. When you're out looking for your next apartment, remember that rental references are a two-way street. Before you rent, ask if the owner is a member of MHA. If not, ask why not, and tell them to visit mmha.com. That's two M's, mmha.com. If you're an owner or manager or even an accidental landlord, you owe it to yourself to learn how the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association, its classes, certification programs, resources, staff, and faculty can help you succeed. Don't be a good landlord. Be a great one. Visit mmha.com, mmha.com.
So, Gene, what the heck are the Boy Scouts doing at the West Melbourne HOA that's got everybody up in arms?
What's their beef, huh? Yeah. Well, this was written in the Sun Sentinel out of the Palm Beach, Broward County area.
Where you often
Florida.
find stories about HOAs,
Oh,
right?
some of our best stories come from these guys. And they are writing about an attorney who blogs. Her name's Jean Winters, and she was discussing the differences of opinion that can and do arise when people try to interpret what their rules really cover in an HOA.
Sure.
And so this is in light of a recent decision by a Central Florida Homeowner Association that prohibited a Boy Scout. Now, apparently his family own a home in the association.
They live in the association, it sounds like.
And every year they do an annual food drive, and you probably have seen it too.
Sure.
They'll come 1 week with a bag for you to put non-perishable items. Then they'll come back within a week or two, collect it, and bring that. And
so this Boy Scout wanted to conduct this drive in his HOA.
Yeah, but the HOA has a rule that says there can't be any solicitation whatsoever. This would be in violation of the community's no solicitation rule.
So they're saying he can't do this.
So they said, we think that you can't do this. And, of course, now the attorney who's blogging says, is asking the questions, what happens now if we open the door to one? We open the door to everything? They want to know, they ask questions like, how about a child who's selling wrapping paper or candy for the school? Is that the same as someone who's a salesman who doesn't live in the community, intruding on an otherwise peaceful day with a commercial pitch?
Right.
Is this the same as the neighborhood's child next door trying to fulfill a sales quota for a school fundraiser?
So she points out there's solicitation and there's solicitation,
Yes.
and it's not all one and the same thing.
Yes, and so apparently you get the idea that she's thinking that that's why you need her as an attorney.
Okay. Yeah,
well,
I didn't get that. All right.
Trying to decide and decide all
Someone
of these.
can help you. She can help you figure this out.
Yes, and some of it I think is common sense. To me, I think it's just a basic question of owner rights.
What do the
property
owners
rights?
want? Yeah.
If you live, let's talk about a single family home. If you own a home and you say you don't want anybody in your yard, no salesman, no solicitation,
no door-to-door, action at all.
nobody, would that be upheld? Of course, it's your property. You can do that. The issue here, of course, is you're not a single homeowner.
Right.
You are a member of 40 units, 100 units.
However,
and
many.
and the majority of people are going to speak. And apparently, in this particular association, they went as far as to say this is going to even include the Boy Scouts of America. So it's really not a difficult question to answer.
No, it's what do your residents want?
Yes.
What do the members want? And certainly there's going to be a mechanism for residents to voice their opinion on this issue. And they can go to their board and say, you know what, we want our kids to be able to do school fundraisers, to be able to do their scouting functions and fundraisers. So we'd like a different interpretation of this rule. Mm-hmm. And what's interesting about this is it's possible. The board can change the rules, and the members have a say in it.
Yeah. Now, in this particular story here, it says that the board president was quoted to a reporter who interviewed him, and he said, if the community didn't like his stance, they could just fire him. So I you know what? I think that's a little bit...
He got a little defensive.
A little bit over the top, don't you think? I don't know that I want to die on this hill, the issue of no solicitation.
It makes him sound like he's not open to the interests and concerns of his members.
And again, I would point out to him,
yeah.
It doesn't matter if a majority of the homeowners decide otherwise, Mr. President. That's your new direction.
There you
go. And
you
can't necessarily... just do what you
Buck
want.
Them. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. So, exactly. That's what he thinks. And so, but folks, to me, it seems cut and dry. Personally, I think it's fine to allow this. I'm glad in our association they allow the March of Dimes and Boy Scouts to come by.
Know, though. Those little Boy Scouts, they drive me crazy.
But hey, we've got to take a break right now. But don't go away. We've got a whole nother hour of where you live. And even for all Boy Scouts listening right now, don't go away, even though Tony says you drive her crazy.
That was tongue-in-cheek.
I know.
Yeah.
But hey, don't go away. We've got a lot more next hour. We'll be back after these messages.